Here we are in the lovely capital, sherry capital of the world, Jerez, España.
Sherry is a fortified wine which can only be made in the Sherry Triangle near Jerez in southern Spain. This is due to a combination of chalky soil and dampness in the climate, which encourages the growth of a yeast that forms on aging wine.
Jerez, finally coming to life. Almost 5 and imagine it at 9.
We had just arrived in Jerez for the weekend, and I wondered if Jane was being a little sarcastic.
Bodega, Tío Pepe, look, right that way.
We decided to make it a weekend of flamenco and sherry.
We're still looking for the sherry bodega, but it looks like it's up here. It's up here, Jane.
Awesome. In the meantime, we can glance at the cathedral.
The cathedral in Jerez is from the 17th century and combines Gothic, Baroque and neoclassical styles.
Do you know the purpose of gargoyles?
I think they're just meant to look ugly.
Right, to scare away
People.
Here he is, Tío Pepe himself.
Tío Pepe is a brand of sherry, and we decided to look for the bodega or sherry winery which makes it. After stopping for ice cream, we eventually found it, but they were just about to close.
So we just missed the tour. It was at 5 o'clock and it's now 5:30.
the sherry's tour has escaped us.
We're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Not surprising, the sherry tour has escaped us.
How annoying is that?
Meandering is worth it.
What was worth it?
Meandering.
Like, what did we see?
Wandering. We took a glance at the cathedral.
We saw the cathedral.
We saw the gazebo.
There's like a gazebo on this hill up here. There it is.
Right.
But then we found a cafe that did sherry tasting.
A proper sherry tasting. I have 5 different, clearly to be taken in order.
Sherry goes from light and dry to dark and sweet.
What was that one like, Jane?
This is probably my favorite, especially for an aperitif because I like dry.
Flor is the name given to the film of yeast which grows on the surface at the top of the barrel.
What's that one like?
It's a little more robust.
Without the yeast, the wine will oxidize and become vinegar. The very sweetest is called Pedro Jimenez.
Amazing how it truly does go in order.
The sweetest is made from overripe grapes, which are then dried in the sun to get a high concentration of sugar.
Wow. This tastes like they took raisins and squeezed them.
Soon after, it was time for some flamenco.
This is Tabanco a la Feria, and the drinks are €1.20 and the food is like €2 a tapa, and we're just waiting for the flamenco to start.
It's free to go in, and the plates are old vinyl records. The guitarist had broken a nail, and he took several minutes to file it. The flamenco turned out to be awesome. And even involved a costume change into some transparent lurex. And then we went to our second free flamenco bar, Tabanco El Pasaje. And by this time we knew our favourite sherry to have. Jerez is less sophisticated than Seville, but the flamenco is much more informal.
We're here on
Day 2.
day 2, second attempt to try and get in and do a sherry tour.
And it took us a while to get here.
Yeah, it took us about 3 hours, even though our hotel's only about 20 minutes away. because we went to a flea market up on the hill. And look, a recycled ring. Look at that ring, made from an espresso capsule.
We finally made it into the queue.
I suppose we're going to break down and do an English store.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, we have to decide.
Spanish.
Do it?
Yes.
We decided to do the tour in Spanish, which Jane said she understood. But I have to confess, I hardly understood a word. I did get that it is called Tío Pepe after the uncle of the young entrepreneur who started here. And at the end we had another sherry tasting. We were given 5 quite large glasses each, with a few tapas for lunch.
When I go to a bar, I order, even if something as simple as a vermouth on the rocks. And it's such a nice way to start the evening.
Look at how many glasses James has drunk.
By the end we were both a bit tipsy, and without asking anyone, Jane started trying on their display hats.
This hat's different
So, okay, come towards me, do a catwalk.
because this hat has Tío Pepe on it, which I am not doing.
Put it on, change it over.
No, I don't like
I
this
can't
hat.
put this on Google though, because they'll.
I don't like
If I
this
put this
hat.
on YouTube, they'll know who we are, and they'll never let us
But I
back.
don't like this hat. This hat has a different... This hat goes up. It's not as nice.
Well, I don't know about that.
You don't know the... What is it, like James Bond from
What's
years
this,
ago?
a frisbee now?
No, James Bond. You
No,
don't know
don't know.
James
No,
Bond?
No.
Oh my God, James Bond, the villain. His counterpart had a hat, and he used to cut people's heads off and things with a hat. It's brilliant. Oh, you should know that.